One thing important is that we all have these moments in time that either make you or break you, that can determine the rest of your life. The rest of your life can be determined by one simple decision. 19 years ago, 300 pounds, I was spraying for cockroaches. I made a decision to try to be a Navy SEAL. My whole goal was to go on this path every day after work and to run a mile to a mile and a half. And I had a decision to make. I wanted to quit. I wanted to give up. There wasn't some inspirational quote. There wasn't nothing. It was me, myself, and it was freezing out here. I had to make a decision. The decision I make was to get up and keep on going. That one moment changed the rest of my life.
This is what it comes down to. It looks like it's easy for you to receive because you have your ego. You have to believe in yourself.
So I took myself from being very average-minded to actually believing that I was shit and believing that I could be the shit and that I could be the GOAT and be the greatest and never lose. And I took myself to a different place mentally, and a lot of it came from visualization and just seeking knowledge from people who are strong believers that I just became really obsessed with, just learning about the power of the mind.
I've always had an eye, a discipline, and a work ethic that I've had at a young age that I just apply it to everything that I want to do. And I always felt like if other cats was out partying and I was home studying, I would have an edge.
See, there's all kind of months. Some folks got Sober October. They got all kinds of shit for people go through trying to better themselves. I got fuck you every day. Get after it every day mentality. When you push that hard, you go to the well. Well, my well was fucking empty. The cookie jar in there had stale, moldy cookies. They weren't working no more. Had to get that conqueror's mindset back, where I just don't give a shit about anything. Just fucking grind. A lot of people out there talk about they're missing something in their lives, and they don't know what the fuck it is. You don't know what it is because you live in a soft environment 24/7. Learn to get out of it.
You just gotta grind. I feel like this next generation that's coming up, and I don't mean to smash all of them, but they seem like a bunch of pussies to me, you know? So because of that, there's never been more opportunity than there is right now. If you're a fucking savage and you get out there and you grind hard and you want it bad enough, you can run all these guys over, man.
We're telling people the truth. A lot of people come up to me talking about their loved ones gaining weight, their loved ones being depressed, etc. So many things that they're telling me, but they're not willing to tell them. So we walk around all the time, allowing our family members, our loved ones, to be depressed, to be fat. So we'd rather see them having diabetes, having a depressed mindset so they can't find their best selves. We're willing to live with that. We're worried about them being upset with us. Let me tell you this, I'd rather someone hate me and get better than like me and stay the same. And then one day you get to a special part in your life that it might get a little bit better. But to lose the weight you have to lose, my friend, sorry, it's gonna suck every fucking day. Because then when you're 300 pounds, you're gonna go out to lose weight, you could probably get injured. So then you gotta work on the injury, and then you get even more depressed. This is what I went through. And then you're hungry because now you're depressed. It's just a vicious cycle. And if you're not strong mentally and you have no willpower, you're gonna continue falling back in this hole versus the man that sits back and goes, all right, motherfucker. This is why I cuss, because this is what is in me. This is what it took for me to be me.
Well, greatness is when you make your delusions your reality. Something that's just totally unbelievable to the human's imagination, and you make it your slave. Nothing's impossible for somebody who's gonna try. If you're gonna try, it's capable of being done. You have to live the lifestyle of a fighter.
Believe me, the more you put into anything, the more you're gonna get out. The longer you train, the better results you're gonna get. If I'm eating 12 meals a day, I'm training 3 hours a day, and I'm sleeping 10 hours a day, I'm gonna get better fucking results than the guy that's training an hour a day, eating 6 meals a day, and sleeping 6 hours a day. It doesn't take a fucking scientist to fucking logically understand what I'm saying. The more you put in, the more you get out.
The winners that I know in the world do more than they ever thought they needed to do. In other words, they bring a nuclear bomb to a gunfight. When in reality, average people, they expect to have a winner's outcome, but they bring a water pistol to a gunfight. Do you understand the difference? I would rather bring a nuclear bomb to a gunfight than a water pistol to a gunfight. So you're not doing enough. Like the winners that I know always feel that they're behind. The winners that I know always feel like they should have done more at the end of the day, even though they worked harder than everyone else around them. The winners that I know always feel they're behind, that they should have done more than they did that day, that they could have achieved more, they could have made more, they could have added more value. And that's that is a mindset that you can develop. That is not some kind of innate trait that I have or other people have that you don't have. You can develop that by setting higher standards for yourself.
We are all being tested in life. While my test is different than yours, you will be tested. And how you face that test and how you overcome that test determines the rest of your life. The one mentality that you must have in life is that regardless of what's in front of you, you still must grind.
One of the biggest reasons why I become champion, I think this is about my mental part. How I can control my emotional, you know. I think I can control anything. Anything happen with me in the world, I can control this. I can handle this.
That has helped me get to the point that I am now, and something that you can take with you is study. A lot of athletics is not just a physical thing. You know, I try to study my competition. I try to study nutrition. I try to study other great athletes, guys who've done great things in the past, and try to model, you know, myself after them. So I'm big on the mental game when it comes to being an athlete, sports psychology and things like that. So really focusing on the mind, not only the body, is important. I think what you put in is what you get out. And it took me a long time to realize that. But, you know, since I've taken it a lot more serious, I see much greater results in my training, my mental attitude, my alertness, everything. I mean, it's a direct relationship.
I get a lot of questions, people asking me for help. So I ask them, what have you done to help yourself? Most of them say, I've been working hard. I'm all about being your own fucking hero, but I'm not about kissing your ass. In life, a lot of us believe that we're working much harder than we actually are. We think if we fucking got up early for 4 days, we've earned something. You gotta drop your entitled mindset. It's dead weight. We believe we work harder than we actually have. Trust me, most of us haven't. The one thing in life you gotta realize is this: learn to help yourself. Don't count on other people to help you.
The problem is that your mom and dad and school teachers and everybody around you has conditioned you and indoctrinated you in becoming average and accepting average and just doing what the Joneses do, what the neighbors do to keep up with the Joneses. So they have 2 cars, you have 2 cars. They have a little shit box of a house, you have a shit box of a house. They're always in debt and they're 2 paychecks away from going broke. So you're always in debt, 2 paychecks away from going broke. That's the extent of it. Like, that is what you're encouraged to do by mom and dad and grandparents, aunts, uncles, school teachers. They don't want you to change. They don't want you to transcend. They don't want you to become the best version of yourself. Because if you do, that is threatening to them. That is scary to them. So what else do you need to know? Well, you could either do the work today to become your highest version tomorrow, or tomorrow you can feel a lifelong of regret.
You should be a monster. You should be ruthlessly ambitious and then learn how to control it. And it's that old expression, it's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. It's an old expression, but it makes sense, because it doesn't mean that you can't be kind if you're strong, but it does mean you can't be strong if you're weak.
You have to explore, examine the insides of yourself. And what do you really want out of life? Your friend and a lot of people out here just don't fucking want it. So guess what? Have fun with your life. Go from 3 to 350 to 400 to 450 to 500 because you don't want it. And that's the harsh reality. I can't give you shit. You can't give them shit. I can give you ideas. But in the day, when I was losing the weight, I had to miserably wake up every morning in the cold because it was Indiana, November when it started. I was miserable. This is your new life. Take it or leave it. There's no happiness about it. There's no peace behind it. And every day, I'm set back. Every day you wake up, you're gonna probably be set back for the first 4 weeks before you lose to significant weight because of the mind's gonna be fucking with you the whole time. There's no dopamine in there at 300 pounds. You got nothing. Your hormones are shot. You have to envision something that is more powerful than you. Something has to get you out of bed, and you have to create it. It has to be false. Because you're not it. You're a fat piece of shit. And that's the reality of it. So you have to create a false reality to live in that just to get to work on yourself. That's the reality.
Take action. Action that moves you in a positive direction. And if it ends up being the wrong direction, that's fine. At least you've learned where not to go. Now, where this gets tough is if it is something that seems like it's completely out of your control. And you know what? Some things are completely out of your control, and that's fine. And when that happens, you ask yourself, what can I control? What can I control that will make this situation a little bit better?
And a lot of people don't like to do that because they do this. Well, what if I do all this shit and they don't recognize me? I'm not going to put in all this work and, fucking have them not pay me for my blah, blah, blah. Let me tell you something, bro. That's loser talk. Because here's the reality. If you took the opportunity, you learned the skills, you learned how to solve the problems, and you were actually valuable, and your fucking place of business doesn't recognize it, you just learned a whole new set of skills that you could take elsewhere and make more money. You see what I'm saying? So it's fucking take the opportunity. And these people have a misunderstanding of that. They believe that if I show up every day, because they all got parents that think like this. That's what it always comes down to.
A lot of times we have this desire to point the blame finger externally, but wherever you point the finger of blame, power follows. And so whoever I blame for the life I have is the person who I give all the power over my existence, over my circumstances. And so it hurts. But if you turn the finger inwards and you start saying, I don't like my life. The person that I need to punish or get back at is the real person who got me here, which is me. And so you may be right that other people did certain things or you got dealt a bad hand. It also doesn't matter because the only thing that you can control is obviously the actions that you take. And the only person who's in control of that is you.
Nothing is going to change unless you change what you're doing. Change the junk food that you're eating. Change the time that you wake up. Change what you do when you get out of bed. Change what you do with your time. That's what you need to do. You have to change some things or nothing will change. So make changes and start little. Get up a little bit earlier. Get a workout done. It doesn't have to be epic. You don't have to do a 3-hour leg day. But get up and get something done.
When you create a clear mental picture of where you are going in life and you set clear career goals, you become more positive and more motivated and more determined to make it a reality. You trigger your natural creativity and you come up with idea after idea to help make your vision come true. You see, you always tend to move in the direction of your dominant career goals and dreams and images and visions. The very act of allowing yourself to dream big dreams actually raises your self-esteem and causes you to like and respect yourself more. Dreaming big dreams improves your self-concept and increases your level of self-confidence. It increases your personal level of self-respect and happiness.
When I was overweight and unhealthy and I'd look at people on Instagram and be like, yep, genetics, whatever. Yep, he's on steroids. I can't look like that. I've got a business to run. You'd dismiss everything, but it's not. And once you start doing it yourself and you see those little gains and you get into it, you can really change.
What is the starting point?
One step at a time. Whether it's 10,000 steps or doing even a 20-minute workout, that's all people need to do to change, because you'll start seeing results regardless of what position you're in right now. If you can just keep increasing incrementally what you're doing in terms of fitness or your business or however your sleep, whatever it is that you feel is not right, you'll see the change over time. It comes, and it takes a long time. It takes a really long time, but it happens.
I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. Nothing. Nelson Mandela said, there is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living. Now, I'm sure in your experiences in school and applying to college and picking your major and deciding what you want to do with life, I'm sure people have told you to make sure you have something to fall back on. Make sure you got something to fall back on, honey. But I never understood that concept, having something to fall back on. If I'm going to fall, I don't want to fall back on anything except my faith. I want to fall forward. I figure at least this way I'll see what I'm going to hit.
You need to get to a point in your life where there's nothing on the docket. There's no 5K. There's no I'm going to get into school to be this or that, and still perform to the highest level. Because what people don't get is one day that thing's going to come up. And if you're not constantly performing without purpose, you're not going to be ready when the time comes. It's this magical thing, purpose, that we're all looking for. But what's funny about it all is that we need these things to perform. But we don't take a second to realize the purpose is always there. The purpose never leaves us, because the very purpose is you. You are always the purpose. There may be another purpose, like being a SEAL or going to college or whatever, but the main purpose in life is you.
Some people can sit around and wait for the opportunity to change like this, and then they get the fuck up. Some people strike when that iron's hot. Other people just keep on striking until the fucking blade's so hot it slices through anything. Some people get up in the middle of a snowstorm or a rainstorm, pushes through, listen to their pride, not their ego. And what happens? The sun comes out, birth of a new day, new opportunities. We're living. We're not waiting for it to pass by. I said it 1,000 times in this workout, guys. Your greatest moment, your greatest hour will be right after your worst hour of despair. Because in that worst hour of despair, who are you?
But you got to get up early. You got to work out, and you have to prioritize and execute, and having that checklist that you put together the night before about what you want to do and what's important is absolutely critical. Otherwise, you lose it. And for me and Jocko and for all of us at our team, when we get away from the things that we talk about to people, we're human beings like everybody else, and we can get pulled in different directions. When we get away from those things, it doesn't work. Things start to fall apart. You lose track of where the priorities are. If I can't regularly detach, that's something I have to really focus on to do, is to regularly detach. If I'm grinding on something for 2 or 3 or 4 hours at a time, sometimes it's easy to miss other things that are coming up, and I got to make sure I pull away from things, kind of think about the prioritize and execute piece, figure out if I need to reprioritize, and so I don't get target fixated on one thing and keep going.
If you want to actually win long term, you have to redefine what that purpose is going to be over and over and over again. And if you want to be a responsible role model and leader, I don't think you should shit on people's goals, because you never know what that's going to lead to.
Project yourself forward 5 years. Imagine that 5 years have passed and that your life is now perfect in every respect. What does it look like? What are you doing? Where are you working? How much money are you earning? How much do you have in the bank? What kind of a lifestyle are you enjoying? Create a vision for yourself for the long-term future. The more clear your vision is of health and happiness and prosperity, the faster you move toward it, and the faster it moves toward you.
The biggest risk to your future isn't your competition. It's the distractions you insist on keeping in your life, rather than doing the things you know you should be doing but aren't. People delay doing things they don't like for longer than it takes to do them.
Like, if you are going to be a slave to your emotion, you are going to lack control in all areas of your life forever. You cannot be a slave to how you feel. Decisions made about your life have to be made with the outcome in mind, and you have to commit to taking those actions with the outcome in mind, understanding that if you don't take them, your life is going to be shitty, and you're going to be frustrated, and you're going to be fucking disappointed and unfulfilled. And dude, it's the way it is.
Imagine the life you can live when you let go of the thought of failure. When the fear doesn't resonate inside of you to paralyze yourself in a self-paralysis state. When that's gone. The freedom. When you judge yourself on your own measure. You're not worried about other people's opinions. Because when you don't worry about anyone else and you just worry about what's in here saying, the pride of confidence, funny, all this is taken care of too. With one comes the other in a positive way.
You have to build yourself into someone who can continue to execute regardless of what's happening around you. And if you can do that, it doesn't matter what's happening around you. It doesn't matter if they're laughing. It doesn't matter if they're making fun. It doesn't matter if the weather's bad. It doesn't matter if the economy's bad. It doesn't matter if your parents don't approve, or your wife or your girlfriend or your husband. It doesn't fucking matter if you keep executing, because eventually you will find yourself in the place you set out to be.
A part of that is having the will to succeed. Knowing that you put the work in and have the confidence to let it show. What I tell people is just be the best version of yourself in anything that you do. You don't have to live anybody else's story. Sometimes people make it seem like you have to have certain prerequisites or a crazy life story in order to be successful in this world. But the truth is you really don't. It doesn't matter where you come from, what you have or don't have, what you lack, what you have too much of. But all you need to have is faith in God, an undying passion for what you do or what you choose to do in this life, and a relentless drive and the will to do whatever it takes to be successful. And whatever you put your mind to.
And when you can see change, that's when you really go into it. You start getting obsessed when you see whether it's success or your fitness levels go up or just the way your energy levels are every day, and just figuring out that these little indicators are changing the way I am. And I guess whether it's obsession or addiction, I got addicted to it. And there couldn't be a day go by where I wouldn't work out, or I wouldn't eat the calories that I needed to eat, or I wouldn't sleep the exact, I needed to get the exact amount of sleep that I wanted. And it just completely changed the way I looked, and my levels of fitness and cardiovascular and strength and everything like that just went through the roof.
You should be a monster. Because everyone says, well, you should be harmless.
virtuous. You shouldn't do anyone any harm. You should sheath your competitive instinct. You shouldn't try to win. You know, you don't want to be too aggressive. You don't want to be too assertive. You want to take a back seat and all of that. It's like, no, wrong. You should be a monster, an absolute monster, and then you should learn how to control it.
Bad things don't come in threes. Bad things happen, people don't know how to cope, and they allow one bad thing to snowball into more. Bad stuff sucks. The only thing worse is letting one bad thing ruin many good things. When you're on your way up, everyone roots for you because you remind them of their dreams. When you're at the top, everyone tears you down because you remind them that they gave up on them. And you have one, which is, for anyone who needs a reminder, no one is going to hate on you for doing worse than them.
Ever tried, ever failed, no matter, try again, fail again. The world is yours.
The difference is, how do you look at it? How do you approach it? How do you deal with it? How do you admit it and see it for what it is? What do you do about it? You cry about it, you mope about it, you drink about it, you sleep around about it, you get mad and get in fights about it, you just hang around, just turn the world out, just zombie about it. Say, Dwayne, I'm sad. Dude, that's a part of life. You think you're the only man on this planet that's sad? Say, Dwayne, I'm going through depression. Well, welcome to the world. Welcome to the rest of us.
I'll know that there's a game that somebody else that I don't like cares about, and I'll imagine myself playing that game to beat them so that I can stick it to them purely for the reason of sticking it to them. Right. Let's say that there's someone that really cares about being in shape, and I'm not in as good shape as I have been in the past, and I know that with muscle memory, if you give me 18 months and a good amount of testosterone, like the thing that they care about, I would be able to make them feel really bad about. Okay, so I would hijack my own direction purely to try and prove somebody else wrong in a desperate and somehow believe that that's me taking control of my life. Are you kidding me? I'm allowing them to ventriloquize me through pain that they didn't even mean to give me.
Why don't you reframe the decisions that you are making from this is the hardest decision to this is the better decision. This is what's going to move me forward. This is what's going to get me what I want. When you think about it like that, it makes it a lot easier to get off your ass and go fucking do it. So yes, it is absolutely normal to not feel like doing it. There is not a single person who has ever achieved anything that you want to achieve that has felt like it every single day. It's hard. It's frustrating. There's things that are going to happen. You're going to get punched in the face. You're going to get sick. You're going to have breakups. You're going to have people let you down. You're going to have people steal from you. You're going to have friends let you down. You're going to be embarrassed. You're going to make mistakes, and everybody's going to see it and laugh at you. All of these things are going to happen. So really the truth is, most people need to shut the fuck up and focus on that version of themselves they want to become and actually be willing to become it. And that's what's ultimately going to create the fulfillment that you're looking for. It's not going to be your cold plunge. It's not going to be your morning routine. It's not going to be your journaling. It's not going to be your grounding. It's not going to be your granola lunch. It's not going to be you living in the fucking van. It's not going to be your therapy. It's going to be the work that you fucking do to become that version of yourself that is the exact version that you know you're supposed to become, and then being proud of it. That's what's going to create the fulfillment that you're searching for. And all of this other shit is just band-aid shit to try and fix something that you know is a real problem in yourself.
It means doing the work in the dark. It means building in private what you don't need to prove in public. It means doing the work when no one's watching. You stop worrying about what people think and start valuing what you believe. Because a life that looks good or sounds good is nothing compared to a life that feels good. Now, this all might seem like strange advice coming from someone whose entire career exists online in the public eye. But I would not be where I am today if I didn't disappear not once, but twice.
I think the underlying truth is that, yeah, it creates a lot of wins, but it creates a lot of difficulty too, and a lot of mental anguish because you're not like everybody else. You know, when you're built different than everybody else and you have this desire for more and this desire for achievement and this desire to win, everybody else looks at you like you're fucked up. And they'll tell you that too. You know, what the f- is wrong with you? Like, why can't you just relax? Why can't you just do this? Why can't, because I'm just not built that way, man. And as I've gotten a little bit older, I've gotten better at accepting it and it's sort of embracing the fact that this provides a lot of good, but there's a lot of things that that you have to deal with that come that aren't so good. I think if you want a certain outcome, it's going to take a certain amount of effort, and that's reality. If you want to travel the world in a van and go camping, and that's all you want to do, that's not going to take a whole lot. All right. If you want to build a multi-billion-dollar operation that changes people's lives, that's going to go down in history as one of the fucking great iconic American companies, that's going to take a little bit more than living in your fucking van. Right. Okay. And then there's levels in between. The ultimate lesson here is this: everybody's on their own path. And I don't want to judge someone for wanting to be free and easy. I just want you to understand that there's a cost to that. And the cost that you're going to have to that isn't going to come until later.
And I embrace that. Because every time I feel failure, it means that I'm doing something. And then I'm growing in a particular way. And I look at the failure and I say, how can I improve, or am I moving in the wrong direction? Get used to it. Don't just accept it, but embrace it. It is the law of nature. It is the way it is. It's not harsh, right? Because it could sound like, life is hard. No, life is not fucking hard. There are laws to life, and that's one of the fucking laws, that you're gonna scrape your knees. You're gonna fall down, you're gonna fail, you're gonna fuck yourself up. It's just the way it is. Love it for what it is, because if you didn't fail, you would never be able to appreciate success.